Actually.
All right, we are live. Welcome to the Spin and Backfist MMA show. It is Robbie Fox, Jack Mack, Big Ev, and we are joined by Justin Steele, our first guest in a while. We are excited about this because I've known since I met you last year, Justin, that you're a big UFC fan, but we've been hearing it. Marty's been telling me, oh, Justin's getting me into UFC a little bit. So I want to talk UFC with you today. We're all excited to talk UFC with you today.
Thanks for having me, guys. It's quite the pleasure. Yeah, big UFC fan. I'm always following along y'all's Twitter account and everything on y'all's social platforms. So I really enjoy y'all's content. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, hopefully it's we followed each other on Twitter for a while, but it's the first time I'm talking with you in person. It's fitting, especially with Dana says he's going to announce 9 fights tonight. It would stink for us. This has happened to us before, where
always
it just happens to come out an hour after the show ends, but
it's like he waits for us to end the show, and then he's like, all right, let's get it out.
Maybe Justin Steele will be our good luck charm here and give us some and Dana will go live. I have a feeling that it's probably going to be UFC 3. That's 327, right? Or 328
is Miami.
Newark.
Yeah.
Probably if I have to guess, it seems like everyone's speculating Hamzat against Strickland for that card. And Basinger, his best friend, training partner, just got booked for that. So I guess we'll see. And then but yeah, decent card this weekend too.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good card.
I'm excited to watch Josh Emmett fight. He's in the hobby alongside with me. He collects UFC cards. I'm really big into collecting UFC cards, so it's going to be fun rooting him on in that main event.
Have you talked to him about that before or no?
Oh, yeah. He has a channel on Whatnot and other platforms where he does his own breaks and stuff. And I've joined in there. I've gotten in his breaks. And I've actually sent him some cards of his own, and he signed them and sent them back to me. So really cool guy.
That's sick. I didn't even realize that he was into that.
Yeah, he's really big into the hobby. So is Steve Aoki.
I knew you were into it. I see you
posting about it as well. Sorry, what did you say?
Steve Aoki is.
Yeah, he's really big. I believe he's really big into collecting Hamzat's rookie cards.
Ooh.
What a specific thing for Steve Aoki to collect.
Yeah, he's really big into it.
Robbie, you talked with Steve for about 5 minutes there on the what was it, a blue carpet for
the Paramount Plus blue carpet,
blue carpet,
nice
and
guy.
I didn't even know. I know Dana, of course, loves it too. He's in the sports. It's so funny. When I was growing up, I was big into collecting cards, even into high school. I have some cards, probably my mother's and father's closet somewhere in my old room that they turned into an office, of some pitchers that I was big on, like Bowman Chrome refractors. I don't think a lot of them turned out to have good careers, but I actually think one that I had, he was pitching right now for the Cubs, Tyler Beedle.
Tyler Beede, he was drafted by the Giants my year, 2014. I don't. If he's with us, it's in minor league camp, I believe. I haven't seen him.
Got it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you're still pitching 12 years later, you've had a pretty good career. But from the cards perspective, sometimes they fell apart. There was another guy that Max Kepler, I had a bunch of.
Oh yeah, with the twins.
Yeah, with the twins, and then I'm trying to think. There was one other. Kyle Gibson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cardinals.
But I had him when he was on the Twins as well. So, but they never turned out to be anything special. But
baseball prospecting can be tough.
It can be tough. The Bowman Chrome game,
I know you collect everything though, Justin. Sometimes I'm scrolling on your stories and I'll literally see you're like, I got Plankton from SpongeBob. Bang.
Yeah. So this was the opening year that they started doing SpongeBob Chrome. So it was like a huge hit right away. And I even got a 1-on-1 Doodle Bob, and it's like somebody, like an artist. Someone drew it on the card, like an actual Doodle Bob.
That's fire.
So I was really excited about that. Don't ask me what I paid for it.
Justin, did you see that somebody bought a Bam out of bio card and then they pulled it after he scored 83 points?
Yes, I have a ticker on my phone. It's an app, and any time something like that happens, it'll be like someone just bought his base rookie card for $5, and now they're selling it for $500 because he had that crazy game.
Yeah.
Real quick before we go any further, let's remind everyone about one of our sponsors here on the Spin and Backfist MMA show. We love Blue Chew, one of the best sponsors in the game. Fellas, you know what time it is. Time to level up. Blue Chew just dropped something crazy, talking next level, championship belt, gold-plated energy. Blue Chew Gold is the newest innovation from the #1 chewable ED brand. It ain't your grandpa's little blue pill. It's a 4-in-1 beast. We're talking 2 ingredients for blood flow. Keep that rocket pumping. It is absolutely great stuff. Peak passion, peak performance in a single tablet. If your bed could talk after this, it'd be asking for a break. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. We've got a special deal for our listeners. Get 10% off your first month of Blue Chew Gold with code SPINNIN'. That's promo code SPINNIN', just like it is in all of our handles at BlueChew.com for details and safety information. We thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. Now, we want to talk UFC, like I said in the intro, because I know you're a big fan. I know that you're watching almost every week when you can, right? You're pretty much locked in. Yeah.
Absolutely.
When did you get into UFC?
I got into UFC when I was right in middle school, probably. I remember the fighters that really got me into it. It was Chuck Liddell, Anderson Silva. It was that group. That was when I really fell in love with it. I want to say like 6th grade probably is when I really started watching it. And then Anderson Silva like really made me fall in love with it. I just loved how he like would have his hands down, dodging punches, countering. And then I kind of like, I feel like Israel Adesanya, when he came along, he was like the second coming of Anderson Silva a little bit. So I really gravitated towards him. But yeah, I'm a huge fan. I've been watching for a long time.
Now,
yeah, that's the best era. Like the pioneer era.
Yeah.
One thing I've always wondered, because we've known for a little bit, especially ever since you did stuff with Marty and that you're a big UFC fan, what happens if you got like, if there's a big main event or big card on a Saturday night, you're not pitching, but you're in the bullpen. Will you, not just you, but like, let's say someone like you, would they sneak like a phone into the?
No. I'm in the dugout, and then like if the fight's happening, I'll just like go back up to the locker room and check it real quick, and just to keep tabs, check what's going on.
Got it.
That's the same thing. It's the same thing during football season. Like when there's Sunday kickoff, like we're obviously playing at 105 right in the middle of football going on. And I'll go up to the locker room, grab a water, check the scores real quick, then go back out.
Got it.
Are there a lot of guys that you like share that with UFC wise? Like, are a lot of people like trying to check out the fights?
I'm definitely the biggest UFC fan in the locker room, but there's certainly guys who like keep tabs, and like if there's a big fight like Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira, like I had some guys over to watch that at my house. So there's guys who are intact and keeping in touch with the bigger name fights and stuff. But when it comes to like card to card, I'm probably the only guy that's watching every single card.
Yeah, you're the only ball knower.
The biggest cage knower in baseball.
I would like to think so. I know Joe Musgrove's really, really in touch with it as well.
And Paul Skeen seems to always be at events. I don't know if he's just like a lover of just big pay-per-views, but we've seen Paul Skeens at 2 or 3 events. And I'm trying to think, is there anybody else off the top?
Well, it's in Chicago. The whole Pirates team came.
That's right. Yeah. That was the Hamzat fight, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually in Arizona. I was in Arizona rehabbing during that, so I missed it.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't miss a good main event. At least the main event kind of disappointed for you in that way.
What did y'all think about this past main event? I saw a lot of people making a lot of noise about how the BMF belt should be handled and all that stuff. What are y'all's thoughts?
We were kind of going back and forth with it both ways. Like in terms of like, wasn't a great BMF fight, but like the performance was amazing. Like you can't like knock Charles for like winning the fight the smart way. He knew he could win the fight. It's just like when it was for the BMF title, we wanted a brawl, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. That was kind of how I saw it going. I figured Charles would try and get as close as he could to him, just so it wasn't, a kickboxing striking distance type of fight. I figured he was going to close the distance, get a hold of him, and try and take him down. So it kind of went how I was expecting it. I thought he was going to honestly finish him by sub.
Yeah, I mean, it was spectacular submission defense from Max. You almost have to give him respect for that. But yeah, Charles just dominated. I understand that people get bored with grappling, but it is part of the game. I mean, I do kind of agree with it. If you don't like grappling, go watch boxing to an extent. But the BMF aspect's the only way that it really turns it weird. If that was just a random 5-round fight, title eliminator, which it kind of was.
Yep.
I don't think you could really be that mad at it. But the BMF
were the guys you invited over for it pissed off? Were you like trying to hype up the fight like this is going to be sick? And then they're like, what the hell?
Yeah, they were kind of the camp like, what the hell is going on? Like, stand these guys up, let them duke it out. And I'm kind of the camp like, I'm a fan of people who can impose their will. And I feel like Charles is imposing his will. He was doing whatever he wanted, getting it to the ground when he wanted. Like, for me, that's part of the game. Like, if you want to stand and bang, you got to keep him off of you and keep it at that distance.
You know, I think it was Robbie, I think you said on a recap show, I thought it was just that every time you got a takedown, it just like sucked the air out of the room. Because after the first round, you saw he couldn't get back up. So it just was like he gets him down the first like 30 seconds of the round, minute of the round. You're like, all right, like round's over. He's just going to be like chasing subs, top control whole time. But it was dominant. No, if the BMF belt wasn't on it, people wouldn't have talked about it that same way. They would have just said dominant performance, like lights out. Like, no one's done that to Max Holloway, like ever. He did it.
Totally agree.
A lot of love for Justin in the chat right now. A lot of Cubs fans, a lot of Go Cubs Go in the chat. Seeing that. Hot Billy, one of our chat guys, said, "Who's the last baseball player you'd want to see in the cage?"
Ooh, that's a really good question. That's a great question.
I mean, the reason because he was with Skeens. He was with Skeens at the UFC when me in Chicago. They were sitting like right in front. Me and Jack were there. They were like a few rows up.
Yeah, Tommy looks like Tommy could be a running back. He's built like a brick house.
He's a pit bull.
You know, probably Brad Keller. Brad Keller is an absolute unit on the mound. That guy is a unit. I would hate to get in the cage with that guy.
Did you see?
Seen a lot of Go Cubs Go. Wow, yeah.
Did you see Justin today? Stephen Shea said that he did this challenge where he swung 100 times. He said there was no chance he could hit 100-mile-per-hour fastball, and everyone agreed. And then he said, I would have a better chance blindfolded. And he went to a cage today, and he made contact.
He did make contact, yeah,
while being blindfolded. It was quite the accomplishment. I guess luck.
Yeah, I'd say that's luck.
Yeah.
At least
that definitely wasn't skill.
At least with the machine, you probably have an idea of the area that it's going to be in.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's straight line.
Yeah, I don't think he's hitting a curve blindfolded.
Yeah, I don't think he's hitting balls Keens dotting 100 where he wants to.
And then in terms of favorite fights, do you have fights that come to mind right away that were like even like a formative fight early on when you were watching UFC? Was Anderson Silva like Forrest Griffin? Is that like the kind of fight you're talking about?
Yeah,
where Anderson's just in the Matrix.
That's one I think too. I've also went to a UFC event. The main event I went to wasn't that great. It was Adesanya versus Romero. It was right before COVID, actually, which the main event kind of stunk, but the co-main event to that fight was the best women's fight of all time. It was Joanna versus Zhang Weili. And to be there for that fight, I mean, it was one of the coolest sporting events I've ever been to. Just like completely dark in the building. The only thing you can see is the cage. It's completely silent, so you're hearing every punch land. It was one of the coolest things I've ever been to, and I've been wanting to go back ever since to catch a cool fight like that again. But I always go back to that fight since I was there in person to watch it. Obviously, Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje when they did the stand and bang for the last 10 seconds. That's obviously one of the greater fights. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton that comes to mind.
I mean, the Wiley Zhang and Joanna fight, we were just talking about it last week because now it's going into the Hall of Fame, of course.
Yep.
It was in the moment, Dana said, like immediately after the fight, he's like, yeah, that'll go into the Hall of Fame. Like it was like, and it wasn't recency bias. It was just like everyone knew we just witnessed one of the greatest fights of all time.
It was crazy how neither one of them was going down. They were just wearing the punches. And like
Joanna with her head, yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was nuts.
That was like a truly a remember where you were fight. I remember my cousin got married and they had like an after party at a bar and it was on at the bar at the after party. And everyone was just like, holy shit. I mean,
and then like even the people that didn't see it were tweeting about the pictures of Joanna's head afterwards. Like, how does this happen to someone in a fight?
How she didn't get knocked out was beyond me because Zhang Weili like she throws hard. It's not coming
She's
in
a
there
beast.
soft. Yeah, she's a stud.
As far as news this week, anything we wanted to talk about news this week with Justin? I know RDR said he's going up to 205. He gave his team a bunch of donuts, and he said, I'm going to need you guys to start bulking up for me because I'm moving up. Is that smart, we think, after the loss this weekend?
Yeah, I think so. It just seemed like those smaller, lighter guys. Obviously has a bigger frame. But Caio just seemed a little too fast, a little too twitchy for him on the feet. I liked how he was getting him against the cage. I think if he would have been able to do that and get the takedowns, I'm not going to talk about the fence grabs, but I think, a 5-round fight, it could have gone a little bit different. I mean, if you just looked at him at the end of the fight, Caio was a lot more cut up and stuff. He definitely won the fight, but yeah, I think it's a good move for him to go up to light heavyweight. I think the weight cuts won't be as bad. He'll be in there with some larger guys who aren't as fast and as twitchy, so he doesn't have to worry about the stand-up as much, but you're obviously dealing with more power. But dude, I'm a big fan of RDR. When he came into the UFC and kind of went on that little streak that he went on, taking out Whitaker, Bo Nickel, I thought this guy was next. And then he obviously had the bad weight cut, sick, quit on the stool, and then that last fight. So we're licking our wounds, but I'm still a fan of him.
Yeah, and then obviously we saw everything that happened Monday into Tuesday with Ilia, Islam. Ilia said that Islam ducked him. We talked about I guess we haven't. No, we did. We talked about it on Saturday on Saturday night, and then Ilia claims Islam ducked him. Magically, there was a hand injury. There was some weird kind of timeline that we saw 2 fights on Friday afternoon or Saturday afternoon that were going to be championship fights on the White House card. And then we were told that one got made on Friday afternoon, and then one got made on Saturday morning. So what was the other one? There was a lot of different stories about what happened. It seems like something bizarre happened.
I think it's going to be like a year till we find out. Am I crazy?
Well, Ilia's manager kind of gave his play-by-play from his point of view of how it went down, and basically said they asked him who he wanted to fight. They said Islam, but they also wanted more money to fight Islam as well. I think was part of it, just because the fight would be way bigger. And I guess that was what they said. And then they thought that was happening, but it was never done. And then they came back with Gaethje, and they were like, "All right, we'll do Gaethje too." That was what he said basically to make it short. But I don't know.
And I believe that from him. I don't think he's lying about that. I just think the UFC was trying to put on something that clearly things went awry, and I feel like we probably won't know the full story for a long time.
And then
I would love to know what that other belt fight was. If it was Islam versus Topuria, what would that second one have been? Would it have been an interim belt like Pereira versus Gon still, or was it going to be Jones?
So we know if there was 2 belts on Friday afternoon, we know one of them was Pereira against Gon.
So for the interim.
Yeah. The second one is where we get confused, because it's like if Ilia versus Gaethje was made on Saturday morning, that's what we were told by I think Ariel, who I trust. Then what was that second fight there? Was it Islam against Ilia? And it was.
That's what I think. Obviously I don't know that. That's just from even his manager saying it. If that's what they were saying, and they not only agreed to it, not the money, but just agreed to we want to fight him. That was their first choice. I feel like that would have been, because that would have been the splash fight. Even if the card was exactly the same, if that's the main event, people are loving this card.
Yep,
because
totally
that's the biggest fight they can make.
I totally agree. 2 biggest stars in the sport going head to head. Ilia's been chasing Islam. I could see some truth to the hand thing actually being the reason it got called off, because I don't think Islam would want to fight him if there was even the slightest bit of fatigue, injury, whatever the case may be. Because
the only thing I'd say to that, Justin, is how did we get to Friday? And did something happen on Friday afternoon?
Yeah, did he get hurt in his sparring session that night?
But to be fair, the way that they reacted on stage, that video of Hunter and the matchmakers getting the text almost came off it was oh fuck, someone just got injured.
Yeah,
but
it could have been the training session that day.
Yeah, it literally could have been that.
But it could also be a lie. I guess.
Oh yeah, who knows? It could be a lie.
Or I mean, do you think it was just that they like maybe that was what they were trying to make, and then they just put the axe on Russians?
I could have been that too, because that was the. But another thing is like,
because I thought they said that about Peter Yan. I thought
that's what I was thinking. Why wouldn't it be Jan O'Malley if the Russians were allowed?
That should have happened. That should be happening.
There's no shot they got to Friday afternoon
without knowing, right?
Without knowing the Russian question.
That seems like something you got to have a concrete answer on before you even start booking the card.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, fair. I'm just throwing.
And
it
then
out there.
Jones went on like. Since our last show, Jones did go on this Twitter rampage where he uses Twitter like he's like a truly like angsty teen. Like he goes live, he's like the world's against me, and then he like hangs up the live. Like he's hitting these like I'm waiting for him to start tweeting like lyrics to angsty songs, like everybody betray me. I'm fed up with this world. Like,
and then he deletes.
And then he deletes them, and it's like
that's the issue I have.
And it's just, does he expect us to feel sympathy for him? Like, come on, bro. We know who you are. You're John. I don't feel sympathy for whatever happens to him.
Yeah, there was this really weird kind of boo-hoo tour on Twitter for people for John Jones.
It was
the man was offered
tour.
$30 million to fight fucking Tom Aspinall 15 in. Or maybe it was 30 or even.
It was 30. It was
30 million.
It was 30.
Yeah.
And I'm a Tom Aspinall fan, dude.
We
are too.
Bad. And he said no. And then he tries to strong arm UFC, and they're like, "Fuck you, dude. We don't need you." Like, I understand. I want the fighters to get paid as much as they can get paid. But at a certain point, you have to look at like it's still a business. It's just I don't really even know what to say. I really don't. The boo-hoo pity tour that people gave John Jones.
It was a boo-hoo tour.
What was really weird is when he made that Instagram story or Instagram post, it was like almost a party he was having for the announcement of the White House. Like, there was like lights in the background. He like made an announcement. He was like, "I'm in negotiations for the White House card." Da 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 da. And then like it didn't happen. It's like, was he just doing all that to try and like push the envelope or something? Like it was kind of weird.
The day they announced it, he went live on Instagram and it did like a bit where like the guy filming was like, "Oh, John, everyone's wondering, are you on the card?" And he was like, and he went to answer and they hung up. It's like, why did you do that the day they were announcing the card and then act like betrayed? Like,
we have to remember this man is a certified psycho.
Yeah.
But Jack, also even go back on the money thing. Like it wasn't that he just said no. He asked for $30 million for the fight, and then they came up with the money.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like they just brought it to him and he was like, like I'm good. He asked for that money, and then they gave him the exact number he wanted, which would have been the biggest payday of his career by far, I'd imagine. I know he made a nice chunk of change for some of those fights, but still, $30 million.
He definitely never made 30 mil flat like that. No, I don't know. There's very few fights. Connor might be the only one that's ever done that.
Probably.
What, in y'all's opinion, what fighter on the roster, which Tom's still on the roster as far as I know, but like, what fighter would have the best chance against John Jones? To me, it's Tom Aspinall.
I think it's Tom too.
Yeah.
I really do. Like, I don't know if there's anyone I would even put in his realm. Like, I don't know if there's anyone else I would even like pick to beat him.
Totally agree. And I think that's what happened. I think he knew that.
Honestly, the only other one would have been like if they had made the Francis fight in like when it was hot. Like that would have Francis too, I think would have had a good shot as well.
I think he's mauling Francis, if I'm being completely honest. John Jones, I think John Jones would maul Francis.
I think it probably looks like the Gone fight. Like you're holding out hope for a Francis bomb, but like he would probably take him down quick and submit him.
I think he would get him down as fast as he could.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He maybe even do like the Rampage Jackson opening fight where he like goes ahead and grounds himself and crawls up to him to where he can't like you know what I'm saying?
Pulls guard.
Yeah.
Do we want to get into this weekend's card a little bit?
Yeah. The only thing else I could think of was the Ngannou press conference and Ronda just kind of complaining. You said it perfectly, Robbie. Her whole strategy to promote the fight is just saying the UFC sucks. Also,
she's trashing everyone else, but she's not really like promote. Like she's not saying why we should watch this fight. She's saying why we shouldn't watch the White House card.
And then
you're not going up against that.
Valentina is 100 times the fighter you'll ever be, Ronda.
Of course, and that pissed me off too when she's like Valentina's selling her titties on OnlyFans. It's like, first of all, no, she's not. And second of all, are you just mad that people like talk about Valentina and her legacy like you want them to talk about your legacy? All of that was like, that pissed me off.
There's been 10 to 15 other female fighters who came along who would beat Ronda Rousey. I think she was just the first pioneer, and like the UFC should be very thankful for everything she done for the sport and whatnot. But since then, the female fighting game has developed beyond belief, and I think she realizes that, and that's probably why she may take shots at Valentina, who is, I believe, like he said, a way better fighter.
Also,
yeah, I think she probably gets mad that when we talk like women's goats now, everyone's like, oh, it's Kayla, it's Amanda, it's Valentina. And like Ronda is, of course, she deserves a spot on the Mount Rushmore for what she did. I was the biggest Ronda fan when she was in the UFC. I was like watching every fight, loved it. But like it has reached the point where, like Justin said, the sport's evolved so much that it's hard to compare like an Amanda Nunes to a Ronda Rousey.
She was bitter. Her ending
definitely
was very bitter. It was bitter. Yeah. I think I just don't think she handled it well. And I think now, kind of going off the Jones victim thing, she kind of plays victim too about it.
Yeah.
I mean, Ariel brought, it's funny because obviously now he's promoting the Netflix thing, but I remember he had brought up a while ago when this first started where it was like, I like reminding everyone, like she didn't talk to the media after she lost, after she lost a home on the comeback fight. She literally, the only UFC fighter ever, like didn't do media day, nothing the whole week. And then got knocked out again, and then just disappeared again. If she was more humble with the fans, I think she thinks the fans turned on her without taking accountability. She turned on the fans too. She acted like it was the fans' fault for what happened.
I don't think anyone turns on her if after the home fight she comes out and goes, "Yeah, you know what? Sometimes that happens. That's the sport we're in, most dangerous sport in the world, and it could be anyone's game. I'd like to come back." And then, like you said, the fight with Amanda, just be like, "Yeah, you know what? You lose. That's the game we're in, and you got to come back." Like instead, she just said, "I'm not talking to anyone ever again."
I'm actually going to do WWE and start acting.
Yeah, and she burned the bridge with WWE too. Like she says, like, "I hate wrestling fans. They're the worst people in the world." It's like they were the ones that were trying to support you after that.
Yeah, there's definitely some bitterness in there.
Yeah,
she just came off like she thought her shit didn't stink, and then getting beat in the fashion she got beat in twice in a row, just completely uncompetitive. I'm sure that was just what a hit to her ego, thinking she's on top of the planet, to being like two girls that just walk through you like a knife through butter, like just easy. I'm sure that was tough to take. She didn't handle it right.
Of course, yeah. That I'm not, saying that should be easy to swallow, but every other fighter in the history of the sport has swallowed it better than she did.
Yeah, she thought she was better than she was, and she didn't know how to handle it. She should have. If she came to class, no one would have faulted her.
Let me pull up the card this weekend. Of course, before we get into that, let me tell everyone real quick about Shady Rays, another one of our sponsors here on the Spin and Backfist MMA show. We love Shady Rays, great shades. And they're basically the same quality as $200 sunglasses, but they're not that expensive. They're, in fact, a fraction of the price. They feel every bit as premium as the expensive brands, though. Take them on the lake, on the boat, if you're at a game, if you go see Justin pitch at Wrigley this summer, it's perfect. Drop them in the ocean, they'll replace them. You knock them off the dock, they'll replace them. You drop them into the Ivy at Wrigley, they'll replace them. Here's the best part. They're actually premium. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com and use promo code BACKFIST for 40% off 2 or more polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself. The shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. 40% off 2 or more polarized sunglasses. If you start putting a bunch of sunglasses in your cart, you're getting a ton of money off. Shout out Shady Rays. All right, the card this weekend. It is a smaller card, but I think it's a pretty good card. I think there's some good fights on this thing. You want to start at the prelims and just go forward?
Yeah, I have it all written down right here, so I'm ready.
Sick. All right. Pierre Rodriguez versus Sam Hughes kicks it off. Sam Hughes, the underdog, plus 130. Rodriguez minus 155. This will probably wind up being a decision. You would have to assume.
Yeah, this is one that I've always liked. Sam Hughes. She's a tough fighter, gritty, finds ways to win. But I think Pierre Rodriguez is just, there's a level of fighter that Sam Hughes beats. I think Pierre Rodriguez is just a little bit ahead of her. Pierre is pretty good. We've seen her. She had that weird moment where she just what was it? She headbutted somebody.
She headbutted her. She was dominating.
I think she's quite good. So this is it, but this is a tough test for her. I've been leaning more towards Pierre. I don't know if I'll bet this. Like Robbie said, this fight's probably going to decision.
Yeah, this is one like kind of like you said. I probably won't end up betting it. This is one of those fights I'll probably pay attention to weigh-ins. I like to see how their weight cuts go because I believe in that type of stuff. If I was having to bet it, I would probably just take the underdog just because I think it is a little closer to 50-50, maybe 55-45. But if I had to bet it, I'd probably just take the underdog.
Yeah, I like Rodriguez. I think I kind of agree with Jack's point where I think the only thing holding me back is that I have PTSD. She was minus like 200, dominating, headbutts her on, takes a DQ. I still have scars from it, but I think she's a better fighter. Sam Hughes is tough though. She's tough. Super durable.
Yeah, this gets into round 3. Sam Hughes is still going to be there, so it'll be really interesting to see Pierre. But this is like I think pretty good test for her. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame anybody taking either side, to be completely honest.
By the way, Justin, the chat's asking, were you a Jason Knight guy, Mississippi MMA?
Yeah, Jason Knight went to high school with my brother.
Wow.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, I know Jason Knight decently well. My brother knows him better, but yeah, Jason Knight was the man.
I mean, he's a lunatic in the cage. Is he a lunatic in real life?
Beat Dan Hooker.
Yeah. Was he just a lunatic? I picture him as a lunatic just because of how he fought.
Yeah. Somebody I wouldn't want to get in a fight with. That's for sure.
Next fight on the card: Elijah Smith versus Su Young Yu. Su Young Yu is plus 185. Elijah Smith minus 225. Another one that I probably will stay away from if I'm being honest.
It's another one where it's kind of like really athletic guy, pretty good prospect. But Su Young Yu is not awful. He may be able to get the grappling going. I don't know. It's interesting. When I saw the line, it was Elijah Smith minus 180. It reeked to me as one that was going to get bet down a little bit more, but he's been bet up. It shows like at least somebody likes him a lot. This is a fight I'm interested to see how Elijah does, but I don't have a bet here. I don't think I will either.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I really don't have anything for it. It's the same way as last time. If I'm iffy on something, I'm going to pay attention to the weigh-ins. And I like leaning towards underdogs when I'm like 50-50 on something just because you get that plus EV, put the juice on top. But yeah, it's probably something I'm staying away from.
I really like Elijah Smith as a prospect. I think he's super athletic. I also think he's in that kind of phase right now where you see these young guys, like they make these big leaps, fight to fight. Like I remember his Contender Series fight was an absolute banger, like brawl. They didn't get the win. I mean, he has the insane. I mean, that slam knockout he had was like a knockout of the year.
Yeah, that was sick.
I think he's like super athletic, big guy. Minus 225 is a lot, but I don't fault anyone as a parlay piece. I think he's really good. I think he's got a lot of potential.
Montserrat Rendon versus Beatriz Mesquita. Mesquita minus 650 on this one. So I don't know if there's any bets that you like. The under 1.5 is plus 170.
Yeah, Beatriz, she's finished. I think she has one. No. She's finished everything.
Every finish, right? Yeah.
None of her fights have gone to decision. She has one disqualification. But I was looking at her to possibly fight doesn't go. Maybe gets a finish here. Maybe in the KO. This is one of those where we look at she's by submission minus. So she's plus 100.
Plus 100.
Plus 500 by KO.
That's the bet I had. That's what I had.
Maybe she finds a KO in there, but Beatrice is good. Rendon's a tough girl though, so we'll see.
Yeah, you can even do double chances on FanDuel where you go knockout or sub. Obviously, you're paying a little bit more, but yeah, I was looking at it. I saw the minus 650 number. Didn't love that, so I went into methods of victory and found by sub for plus 100. But I like what you're saying too by knockout. I like the double chance there.
Yeah, I kind of like
Luan,
the fight doesn't go inside the distance just because I think she get a ground and pound, so like that. I think she's going to be that dominant. But yeah, I think she's going to finish her.
And then we've got the Luan Lacerda fight against Hecher Sosa. Sosa minus 238. Lacerda plus 195. We're not getting a ton of close odds in these first few prelims. Even the couple fights that are following aren't necessarily that close to pick'ems.
Yeah, Hecher Sosa had that really cool story where his dad died like a day before his Contender Series fight and won. I actually like him as a prospect. His price may be a little wide here, but I like him to get it done.
I have Sosa by knockout plus 230. That's something I will be taking.
Yeah, I kind of like him I was thinking him by decision potentially. Because I do think the number's a little big. The contender, these debut guys, I'm always like a little eerie because you just don't like know until you know kind of thing. But
yeah,
he was very good. Obviously, he did have a great story. Yeah, I like him by decisions plus 275.
Then we've got Oki versus Sousa. Another one where Oki plus 220, Sousa minus 270. The under 1.5 plus 150. Is that worth a shot on this one, you think? Do you think this could be a finish?
I was looking more at like fight doesn't go for the, which is minus 180 or minus 180. So maybe if you look, there could be a under 2.5 out there too. That could catch my eye at minus 115 on DK or minus 135. I think this is going to be a brawl. Sousa's a tough guy, man. Sousa's good. I really like Sousa. So I don't know if I'm going to take him as a parlay piece or by finish, but I think he's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I have Sousa by knockout or points, double chance, and it's more of a parlay piece for me.
Nice.
I like Sousa. Sousa's a dog. I don't know if you guys remember the Contender Series fight. He was losing. He was getting out grappled pretty bad the first like round and a half or so, and just came back, knocked him like super tough. He also crazy. He knocked out Mauricio Rufy on Contender Series like only a couple of years ago. It's like a highlight, like vicious knockout.
That's what I remember.
He's super durable. He's talented. I like him even as a parlay piece. I think I like the fight doesn't go as well. I don't think Oki's that good. Athletic guy, but I think Sousa's just better all around. He's got big power. Sousa, I think, is like a top 15 potential down the line. I think he's very good.
Justin, someone in the chat says, I was in the Guru live chat when you shouted him out. I wasn't sure if it was real or not, but this gives me confirmation. Not a huge crossover from MLB to UFC. You know Guru and everything? You're that in the weeds with MMA?
I watch his YouTube videos. I join his lives on fight nights and stuff. And I'll be in the comments talking.
That proves that you are the biggest ball knower in the MLB. You have to be. Nobody else is in the fucking Guru.
Did he know who you were?
MMA Guru didn't know. He doesn't follow baseball. He didn't know who I was.
Oh, okay. I was
English guy.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that he doesn't follow baseball. Yeah.
That would have been funny if he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm a big Cubs fan."
He should be now. You've got a Cub in live chat. There's no way other guys on the
MMA Guru way. He told me pretty much he didn't give a shit about baseball.
I'm sure he did. Sounds like Guru. Chris Curtis versus Orolbai Myktybek. Myktybek is minus 340 against Chris Curtis. Plus 270. This feels like the kind of fight where if you're betting Chris Curtis plus 270, he's going to put up a pretty decent fight and then lose a decision that he definitely should have lost and then complain about it afterwards.
Yeah.
Yep. I just go the distance for that reason. I've seen too many Chris Curtis fights go the distance and it just be underwhelming the entire time, and I think that's what's going to happen. So I think this fight's going the distance.
Yeah. I think it's going to be the most like prototypical Chris Curtis fight of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, what gives me a little bit of pause is like if Chris Curtis can stuff takedowns, how's this fight look? But Myktybek, I mean, what Myktybek did to Hermansson, I know he may be more just done than anything, Hermansson, but that was really, really impressive. Doing that to a guy like Jack Hermansson is really crazy, and especially for a guy that's so cardio heavy and so wrestling heavy. But if Chris Curtis can stuff the takedowns, I guess we'll see. But Curtis is what This is him moving down, right? Or
Curtis by points is plus 450 if you took him to win and it to go the distance.
I don't trust him enough, but those are like good odds, obviously.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I've seen him lose in a decision too many times, so I'm kind of just rooting for it to go the distance.
Yeah, I think plus 270 is a decent number. I think it's going to be a close fight. I'll take if I think it's a coin flip or even slightly towards Myktybek. I mean, plus 270. I'll take the shot. What I love Magic calls a character building loss. That's what I'll call it. If I'll bet Chris Curtis, I'll either win or I'll build character.
Then we've got almost to pick him, Brad Tavares versus Eryk Anders. Tavares minus 108, Eryk Anders minus 112. This is a good fight. This is a close fight. I'm looking forward to this. I think I lean Brad Tavares in this. Probably goes decision. I don't see either one of these guys getting finished really in this fight, but I don't know. What's the over? It's minus 215.
Yeah, I don't
really.
Fight
not to go the distance is plus 120.
I kind of like Anders.
The distance.
I feel like Anders at this stage might have a little more juice. Like Brad's, he's fought so long. He has been so durable. I mean, I don't know. Anders on a nice little run there. I know he got caught by CLD, but CLD's really good. Yeah, I kind of like Anders here. I just think he has a little more juice left in the tank at this stage right now.
Yeah, I really have no feel here. This feels like a 2015 fight. I don't know. I guess
you don't like this fight? I think this is a good fight. Just like matchmaking wise.
Yeah, for a retirement fight, it's just like it feels like both these guys have retired 5 times.
Anders was a rookie in 2022, if I remember correctly.
And then I'm thinking about Anders. Like, how does he win this? Right? We're thinking about him as he's a wrestler. He likes to get going on and get the fight to the ground. And Brad Tavares is like some of the best ever takedown defense the fight or the game's ever seen. So I don't know if I can take the shot on Anders, but I don't blame anybody. I'm not taking Brad Tavares, that's for sure.
The disgust in your voice when you said that. That's disrespect.
I'm actually going to hop on this fight not to go the distance. I think both of these guys are just going to go right at each other. And I think someone either goes to sleep or gets knocked out before 3 rounds is up. And it's a little more fun to root for that, in my opinion.
Of course. Of course. Absolutely. Petrino versus Asplund for the prelim headliner. Petrino is minus 250. Asplund plus 205. Over 1.5, minus 160. I do like Petrino in this fight. I don't know if I would lay minus 250. I might go with some kind of prop on him, but I think he's going to win this fight. Petrino knockout plus 275.
I have
submission plus 225.
At
I like
minus
that.
110. Minus 110 is the odds.
I like that.
I feel I don't tell me how Petrino doesn't murder him. My whole thing, and I respect Asplund. Like he's got, especially for heavyweight, he's got good cardio, volume. But to me, like Petrino's hits way harder, much better athlete. Like I just don't see how Asplund wins this fight, other than like I just don't see how Petrino doesn't land a shot to take him out, unless like Asplund just has a chin of gods, and he get taken down, get subbed. I agree with that completely. Like I think Petrino has so many ways to win this fight. Like I think he could dominate. Like I think he could get him out of there in 1. I think he's going to.
Lock of the card for him.
Petrino inside the distance. Like, I think this is a murder scene.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get the takedown very easily. But the only thing is, how does Asplund win? He survives, I think, and then
that's it.
Petrino's kind of lactic acid builds up, and then you see an Asplund like Petrino's like built up. I think it was kind of funny. Asplund said that he doesn't know why Petrino's fighting. He looks like The Rock, which is true. Petrino is a very good looking guy. So like, why are you fighting, dude? But it'll be interesting to see. Asplund's really like I think if Asplund got his skin removed, we would respect him a whole lot more. He just looks funny in there with the skin kind of just like he's not fat anymore. He just has like a lot of like empty skin or like extra skin. So it's just, but yeah, this should be. I'm excited for this one. This is a good fight.
Yeah. Charles Johnson versus Gustavo da Silva. Bruno Gustavo da Silva. Charles Johnson minus 175. Bruno is plus 145. I like Charles Johnson a lot in this fight. I would definitely lay minus 175 on him.
I don't know.
Are we worried he's coming back too fast? That's my biggest concern.
I think
one of my biggest. When was that fight?
2 months ago.
I know.
He got dropped.
I know. Yeah.
Bad. I mean,
yeah.
This feels fast. And Bruno,
I got Silva by
can
knockout.
crack if he can do anything. He can crack.
I got Silva by knockout.
Guy can punch.
Maybe it's just the Charles Johnson bias hitting me. I liked him. Nice guy.
No, I totally get that. But kind of like we said, you see him go down like that, short, like 2 months, not that long. I believe in people getting chinny.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah,
Bruno Silva is a fucking dog in this regard. Like, I feel like this is a really tough matchup coming back very quickly. I was looking at maybe under 2.5 plus 150 because I even think Charles Johnson, like, let's say his chin is fine, he could put him on him late, or maybe fight doesn't go. So I was considering that, or Bruno Silva. Like, Bruno's a dog. This could be a round 1 KO, probably a very popular bet for this card. But it is something that caught my eye when just thinking about it.
I like that under, Jack.
Then we've got Harry Hardwick versus Marwan Rahiki. Marwan minus 258, Harry Hardwick plus 210. I think this is Marwan's UFC debut, right?
Contender Series guy. Remember, he had a sick fight on Contender Series. He almost got knocked out bad in the first 30 seconds. He was one of the crazier comebacks ever. Was dropped bad a few times. Then he dropped him. Then in the second round, he got hurt again. He got hurt a couple times in the first round. Got hurt again, and then landed a vicious elbow uppercut, slept the guy. I'm not a big Harry Hardwick guy. I like Rahiki. I think it's a big number to pay on a guy like him. You saw he gets hit. I think he's young, but also a guy again that I think fits in the category of is going to make big leaps. I think he's a fighter's fighter. If the Kinder Series fight was anything of the kind of guy he's going to be around a long time. He's young. I think Rahiki wins. I'm just not a Hardwick guy. I think he could style on him potentially, but if Hardwick's tough, Hardwick.
His UFC debut was rough. Hardwick, he didn't show much impressive. Yeah,
his leg kicked into Narnia.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one.
Hopefully he learned how to check it.
I'm probably staying away from this. I don't want to lay the big number for the favorite. Not comfortable putting money on Hardwick either. So it's one of those fights I'll probably just stay away from altogether.
Yeah, I like Marwan a lot here. Hardwick, I think's got too much shit for his performance where he got wheelchaired out. It was a late notice fill, and he just kind of it was up a weight class. He had a tough night.
His leg kicked off though. It's not good.
Yeah. I just think Marwan's, it will be really fascinating to see his defense, his striking defense was obviously not good enough in that fight, but he was going up against a really good fighter. Well, I want to see if he's taking the steps forward. And if he's a really, really, really big prospect in my opinion. I don't know if I'm going to, what is it? Under 1.5 plus 135. He goes for it though.
He does.
I guess plus 120 KO. He goes for it. I'm excited for him as a prospect, but I think he has a long way to go. I'm interested to see how he looks here. I may take him by KO.
Next fight, kind of interesting matchmaking. Andre Touchy-Fili against Jose Delgado. Delgado minus 380, Fili plus 300. I like Fili a lot. He's always been pretty entertaining fighter. He's always been game, but I think Delgado's definitely too much for him to handle in this fight. It's just a bit strange that they're booking this. Now, I know that Delgado's coming off a loss, so maybe it's a get back on track fight. I just thought it was kind of strange matchmaking.
I really like Delgado. I think he kind of got screwed in his last fight. The under 2.5 is minus 230. Now it kind of stinks, but
yeah,
I think I kind of missed it. I think it was minus 180 earlier in the week.
It was.
So yeah, I feel like I may have missed the quote unquote value there. I think Delgado finds a way to finish him. I may take him round 1 or round 2. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have many thoughts on this. It's one of those ones I'll probably just watch weigh-ins and get a late feel for it. I have Delgado by knockout plus 110 written down for myself.
I think that's the bet, to be honest.
Yeah, that's kind of where my head was, but it's one of those ones I'm going to watch the weigh-ins, watch everything leading up to it, and make my decision there.
Yeah, I think there's just like I think kind of like you said, Bob. Feely's one of like super game, but I think there's just like a certain caliber of guy that's gonna just take him out. And I think I actually don't hate the matchmaking coming off the Wood loss because I think Wood is pretty good. So I understand kind of saying he was on the fast track, like he knocked out Emil super fast, who I really like. So I'm like Wood's a big test. So I don't like totally fall to the young guy like taking a loss to Wood early. But yeah, I think he takes out Feely here. Faster, just better athlete.
That was a tough fight for. Oh, like that, like to score. I mean, I think it would have been fine if you gave that to Delgado too. So it wasn't really that. I agree with that. It wasn't that tough of a loss.
Wood's a good fighter.
Next, he is. I like Wood a lot. Oumar Sy versus Ian Cutelaba. Cutelaba, a favorite of Hot Billy in the chat. We know. I think of most people in the chat because he's just an absolute fucking lunatic. He is plus 210 in this fight. C is minus 258. Is there any chance we get some kind of vintage Cutelaba chaos magic in this fight? Steele saying no.
I think the act is tired with that guy. I don't love all the antics and stuff. Yeah,
well, it's good when you're winning. When you're
exactly. Yeah. It's really cool when you're winning in baseball. It's like it's nice to look good when you're playing well, but it's not as cool when you're playing like crap. So yeah.
I think C's gonna be able to just get takedowns, maybe a back take. I kind of like C by sub. I'm not the biggest C guy in the world, so I'm not rushing to like bet his money.
I'm not either.
Even
I think he's good, but I've never felt like super impressed by him. I feel like
I don't think he's a real like he's a decent fighter, but I don't think he's like a top like 15, top 10 guy. I don't think he ever gets to that level or anything. But I think he can win this fight for sure. I like the sub. I wouldn't even bet the money line because I just don't trust him that much.
I agree with everything said. Bolaji, he's like I'm excited for this fight. I think Cutelaba, but like I don't really know what to think about Oumar Sy. He was minus like 200, minus 180 earlier in the week, and now he's up to minus 258. Probably lost any real value on him. So, yeah.
Then co-main event: Jillian Robertson versus Amanda Lemos. Lemos plus 164. Jillian Robertson minus 198. Probably just more ways to win fight for Jillian Robertson, just in terms of, I think her submission game is a little better.
What was her last fight, Robertson?
Well, she was supposed to fight Lemos, and then it got canceled. Jillian Robertson.
It was Marina Rodriguez.
Okay.
Second round TKO in Iowa, which was back in May.
Okay. That was that was the nickel RDR.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. That was the same card. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so it's almost been a year since she's fought.
Yeah.
I don't really have a feel on this one, if I'm being completely honest. I haven't, like I said, they were supposed to fight, didn't happen. One of those ones I'll probably just pay attention to weigh-ins. I don't have a pick for it at the moment.
I feel like this is going to be like a Jillian Robertson, like gets the back against the cage and spends a lot of the time like looking for a submission. I don't know if she'll be able to submit Lemos. I think her defense is pretty good.
I like the under 2.5 because I even think, like, let's say Lemos really stuffs the takedown. She could really light up Jillian on the feet.
True. She does have a big striking advantage, I would say, right?
Yeah. Huge.
But Jillian just gets it to the ground, like, in ways that are just she's been good. She's on the ground, she's just a lot to deal with. So I think she could even find, or even a KO on the, so under 2.5 plus 135. I believe I took that in the first fight, ended up getting canceled.
Yeah, I like fight doesn't go is plus 110. I even like, because even looking at Jillian, like the plus 300 sub, I even think is intriguing. I mean, because even Lemos has been kind of hot and cold. Like we saw, like Janjoba was able to submit her, but then we watched like Wei Li went 5 rounds with her and had her in like crazy dominant positions and wasn't able to finish her. So she's been hot and cold with her. I like the fight doesn't go because I agree with Jack too. Like I think if it's able to stay on the feet, she's super live for a knockout as well. I like fight doesn't go plus 110.
And then the main event, Josh Emmett versus Kevin Vallejo. Good fight. Josh Emmett is plus 410 in this, and Kevin is minus 550. It reaches a point with Josh Emmett where I'm looking at plus 900 knockout.
Yes.
If you don't think I'm sprinkling that, you're crazy. Like, listen, do I think in my gun to my head, is he going to win this fight? No. I'm sprinkling plus 900 knockout for sure.
You absolutely have
and rooting for that. You have to with Josh
The guy
Emmett.
lands one
and just
punch,
hope for
anybody
one
goes to
more
sleep.
boom.
The guy has
One more
bricks
Bryce
for
Mitchell
hands.
punch.
He has bricks for hands. And in my opinion, Emmett's getting this one done for the hobby. He's getting this one done for the hobby. The guy, I'm all in on Emmett. I got him by knockout.
Yeah, I mean, Ilia Topuria was minus 350 against Josh Emmett, or maybe like minus 400. And I understand it was a little bit ago, but like Vallejo, this is a big number to cover. You pretty much have to 50-45 him or finish him to really cover this. I guess 49-46. But if this is like, if Emmett takes a round or two, you are not minus 550 anymore.
No.
So I'm really high in Vallejo. What he did to Giga was really impressive, but I'm not betting him.
It's a big number.
Under 3.5 minus 110. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm cheering for Emmett. I don't think I'm going to bet it, but I'm definitely not betting Vallejo's.
Emmett went the distance with Ilia, right?
He did.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That, honestly, I think that fight was one of the last 10-7s I can remember
Yeah.
in like years.
Well,
But yeah,
we had a 10-7. We had a 10-7 Cody Garbrandt against Long Jiao round.
Oh, true. Point removed. Yeah, you're right.
I
You're right.
forgot. I forgot. How
Groin shots.
How could I forget?
That was insane.
But honestly, even the Giga fight, like the finish was insane. He didn't look like amazing before that.
I agree.
Now, Grant. Now, maybe
it was impressive, but yeah,
maybe you could argue like Giga's style that like he's a taller guy, or like a true kickboxer, where like Emmett's more of like his kind of like his frame, a little shorter, stockier, both kind of like muscle hamster type guys. But I can't sit here and knock Emmett KO plus 900.
Like plus 900 seems insane.
I can't knock it because Vallejo's still a young guy. I mean, I think he's super talented. Like I think the world of Vallejo's. But I think Jack Mack pointed out the great like Topuria wasn't this big of a favorite against Emmett. And you could say it's been a few years. Emmett maybe isn't quite as good. Like would be. I think it's fair to say that he's obviously older. He's getting close to 40 in a smaller weight class. We know that hasn't like historically gone well. But I don't hate the 900 spread. I mean, it's gonna be a dogfight.
Off of Eb's point, we just saw. I just looked it up. Giga won every round, or
That's
won
what I'm
every
saying.
scorecard in the first round. So I mean, that makes me think like maybe just take like what's the difference between taking like Emmett plus 410 and plus 900? Just take him plus 410, or at least split up the bets a little bit because like I don't know, he could just find a way to pull out a victory in a decision here. Now,
I truly don't think I would be shocked if Emmett won a decision in this fight. And if you're
no,
number for it, you know what I mean? It's like I feel like I have to take it.
Now, Vallejo's I'm really high on. I think he's a great fighter, but this is tough. This is a huge age gap, though. It's like 18 years, 17 years. I mean, that's in MMA. That's tough. Like it's just really like the athleticism
in the division, especially. Like I've said,
it's tough. But Emmett's a dog, man.
Bricks for hands, man. Bricks for hands. At the end of the day, it's two people getting in the cage and fighting. I got him connected with one.
By the way, I didn't ask Justin. Do you have like a Holy Grail UFC card, either one in your possession or one that you're searching for?
Yeah, I have an Ilia rookie numbered to 5.
Like a 1 of 5?
Yeah, it's numbered to 5. Shit. I have an Ilia gold that's numbered to 10. Ilia's cards are by far the hottest right now, so his are going to be the most valuable that I have in my collection. I got John Jones autographs from like 2014.
What about Hamzat?
Are these cards that you've pulled or cards that you've like searched for and bought? Oh, he's bringing them over. This is sick.
You got them lined up.
This is a glove signed by Nate Diaz.
Oh,
that's
sick. That's sick.
This is a Hamzat elephant print, which is like a case hit.
Are these?
Another
Did you pull these and send them in for grading, or you got them on like?
No, I usually buy
whatnot,
them.
or
I
Gotcha.
usually buy them straight up how they are. It's a lot easier. You don't end up spending as much money if you're trying to chase it, just buying the boxes
True.
and stuff. So I usually go that route.
True.
But yeah, I got a lot. UFC's by far my largest part of my collection is UFC cards.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. I probably have, other than Steve Aoki, I probably have the second largest UFC collection out there. I got a lot of
Wow.
stuff. Yeah, I have a lot
That's
of UFC.
so sick. All right. Well, we really appreciate you joining us. It was awesome breaking down the fights with you. We'll have to get you back. I know you're a busy guy, especially coming up into the season, but whenever we could get you on the show to break down fights, it'd be an honor and a privilege.
And Justin, when you go, how do you handle when you go to Chicago? Like, you keep all this, like, will you get stuff there and then bring it back to Arizona?
You have collections everywhere?
I use my PSA vault. So with PSA, they have a vault in Rhode Island that they'll keep your cards for you, and they're insured. And you can also sell the cards straight from the vault, which is really convenient for me.
Yeah.
And they sell them through their eBay account. So that's really convenient for me. So like anything I have in a slab, I'll send it to PSA vault, or vice versa. If it's not graded yet, I'll get it graded through PSA and then send it straight to the vault. So most of my like bigger stuff is in the PSA vault. And I kind of pick and choose timing wise when to sell stuff. So like that White House card, like you're going to see me selling a lot of stuff around that White House card.
Yeah, it makes sense. That must be fun too. Just like being in the buy and sell game. Like there's something fun about it, like flipping something like that.
Dude, it's so much fun, and it really kept me busy during this rehab process. I had a lot of free time on my hands. So I was, really getting into the card collecting game, buying and selling and doing all that stuff. It's been truly a blessing to get into it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, of course, like you got to follow him on Instagram if you're watching this and you don't you post on your stories a lot.
Yeah, Steely Sports Cards is my card page, and then Justin Steele 21 is my handle on Instagram.
So sick. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it.
Thanks
best of luck and best of skill, as they say in MMA tomorrow. Yeah.
Let's try and catch a UFC event sometime as well.
And then,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, baseball.
If I'm in Arizona,
come to Newark.
If any of us are in Arizona, we got to come and see all of the collection in person. Do a little video. I know you have to be there too, but it could be.
I know it looks like a museum there with everything.
I got a lot of stuff back.
Got them stacked up.
This whole wall is nothing but me. It's all cards of myself.
Oh, that's so sick. What a flex.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Hold on.
Do you have like a GOAT Justin Steele card? Do you think one card is way better than the rest?
So this one's like a case hit from Tokyo.
That's sick.
And then these are my 101s.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
So funny that Topps makes a 1 of 1 and there's some Justin Steele fan out there like, I can get it. And Justin Steele's like, no,
I don't think so. And then,
signed it, didn't have to pay for the signature.
Over here, I got a bunch of UFC stuff. That's the Ilia card right there.
That's sick.
Yeah,
that's John Jones, Octo. That's numbered to 8. Another Hamzat, Oumar, Tom, Patty.
I love the Patty one.
I'm a big Saints fan as well, so I have a lot of Drew Brees.
Makes sense.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, guys, thanks for having me, dude. It was an absolute pleasure.
Of course, this was a blast. And the chat loved it as well. We got a lot of Go Cubs go, a lot of good luck tomorrow. So thank you again.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Y'all take care.
Hey, kill it this season, bro.
Thank you.